Hello, my name is Kevin Probst, and I'm coming to you from Kevin's Corner on this 20th day of June in 2025. And today, I want to talk to you about what God reminded me of while I was fishing with my grandsons. Summers are for fishing, and for this grandfather, this summer has been for fishing with his grandsons. Fishing is so much more fun when the fish are biting and you're able to reel them in, and fortunately, we have been able to catch a good number this summer, which has motivated my grandsons to beg to go again and again and yet again. Their father, my eldest son, passed away several years ago, and they have missed out on a lot of learning experiences that many of their friends have had with their fathers. Having a father to teach us how to fish and to hunt, to play baseball and work is a wonderful blessing that most of us have taken for granted. I'm thrilled to be able to teach them how to fish this summer. However, there is a measure of frustration involved. I spend very little time actually fishing with them, as most of my time is spent fixing hung-up lines and tangled reels and lost bait. We have repeatedly proven that Murphy's Law, if something can go wrong, it will, is especially applicable when fishing with grandsons. I diligently apply preventative measures by warning them, don't cast near that tree. You'll get the line tangled in the branches. A few minutes later, I'm setting a line with another hook, bobber, sinker, and bait. Don't cast over those branches under the water. When you reel back in, you'll get caught up. And a few minutes later, I'm setting a line with another hook, bobber, sinker, and bait. Don't cast over your brother's line. You'll get all tangled. And a few minutes later, I'm trying to check my frustration as I attempt to untangle their lines. I thought about my fishing experience with my grandsons today as I was praying to my Heavenly Father. And much of my prayer time is spent asking Him to untangle the messes that I've made in my life. Just as my grandsons approach me when they have tangled lines, I also approach my Heavenly Father assuming that He'll make everything right. We're responsible for creating the tangled knots that prevent us from living our lives in a way that glorifies our Father. He instructs us how to avoid those dilemmas that we create for ourselves. His Word clearly teaches us how to conduct ourselves in our marriages and as parents, as employees, etc. Still, we are sure to get tangled in our own apathy, disobedience, and selfishness. Then we often presumptuously run to the Father for help. Our Father is so very patient with us. He warns us again and again, and we continue to fail again and again. Sometimes He forbearingly helps us to solve the problems that we have created so that we might once again become effective fishers of men. And sometimes He doesn't. Occasionally, He wants us to learn how to untangle our own mess. He lets us struggle and experience the frustration and the consequences of our disobedience and our carelessness. When my grandsons approach me in their time of distress, they don't have to explain. I already know. I'm glad to be there for them. I'm glad to fix their problem and watch the joy on their faces as they finally cast successfully and catch the fish that they so eagerly longed to catch. We don't have to explain to God the tangled mess that we've made. He already knows. For our Father knows the things that you need before you ask Him, Matthew 6:8. It's a great comfort to know that we're never left alone when we face difficult moments. We do not serve one who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, Hebrews 4:15. Rather, we serve one who has promised to never leave us or abandon us, Hebrews 13:5. And to be a helper who is always there for us in our times of trouble, Psalm 46:1. Thank you for your time today. If you would be so kind as to share or subscribe, like, it would be deeply appreciated. Until next time, this is Kevin's Probst from Kevin's